Alright, so I really didn't want to have to make this video, not really in the best mood, and I'll get to all those things. We're going to get to key points right here at the beginning, and then we're going to build off of that, off of what happened last night. So, let's get some things out of the way first. You can see in the background, I'm a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. If you guys are new to this channel, yeah, I'm a Leafs fan. Sometimes I've got some biases. There won't be any in this video. I'm going to keep it neutral. The other thing I want to get across is last night I was actually at a wedding and I wasn't able to watch the whole game, but I did see a large portion of it. I seen the entire first period and I seen all of the clips that were questionable from last night and some of the plays that instigated those things that happened last night. The next thing I want to mention is I really don't want to make this video. Nazem Kadri is a good hockey player. Is he a dirty player sometimes? Yes. Unfortunately, he is. Nazem Kadri has been my favorite Toronto Maple Leafs for a long time, and that's a problem when you do stuff like he did last night, but we will get into that later on. Jake DeBrusk, very good hockey player. I've said it before on this channel before. He is a key part to the Boston Bruins. He's a key part to their depth, and he's a very good hockey player who made a lot of dumb decisions last night that were not really given discipline for. So let me start with Nazem Kadri. So like I said, he's my favorite Leaf, and last night things got a little out of hand. Let me just kind of tie it all together. I just finished watching the Steve Dangle video. I had already some notes on here prepared for what I was going to say in my video, and then I watched Dangle's video and I agreed with pretty much everything he said. And I think I would really recommend that people go and watch that as well to get another opinion, because what he was saying was true. And again, I'm going to say this right now, I wasn't a fan of the officiating. Now, again, not watching the whole game, I did watch the first when there was quite a lot of things that were missed. And in the second and third period, there was a lot of things missed as well. But my friend Audie knows that I've said some things about referees. You know, oh, they made a lot of bad calls, and he is one of the people that likes to give the referees the benefit of the doubt, which is, you know, probably a thing that you should do most of the time. And he also brings up something saying that the refs don't usually cost people games unless, you know, unless it's blatantly obvious, like a OT penalty shot, something like that. You know what I mean? Like something out of this world. But the referees, I don't think, cost the Leafs this game. They could have made some decisions that changed the narrative of the game a little bit, but I don't think that they necessarily cost them the game. Boston played a Boston Bruins type of hockey game, but I would have to agree with what Steve Dangle said and what I think a lot of people are saying, and that might have been the worst officiated game I've laid my eyes on, and the fact that I only seen like a period and a half of the game, and then of course all the things that happened that had to do with the referees, yeah, I'd have to go with the fact that the referees were absolutely terrible last night and possibly a little one-sided. The knee-on-knee stuff, the punching of the face stuff is not playoff hockey, unless it's dropping the gloves and it's a fight. There was a play, I think it was in the first period, where I think it was DeBrusk and Kadri. Kadri was definitely there, but it was somebody else, and Kadri took a penalty for doing absolutely nothing. He got like punched in the face 3 times, taken down to the ice. It ended up being 4-on-4. I didn't understand it. I kind of just let it slide because that's playoff hockey according to some people. If in my eyes, that's a play that shouldn't have been called because both of them were doing it. Whatever, playoff hockey, move on. But the elbowing to the face, the high sticking, the knee-on-knee stuff, cross-checking people in the face is not a part of hockey. That's not in the rule book, and there isn't a new rule book for playoffs. There isn't. That doesn't exist. For you people that think that that stuff exists, it doesn't. You cannot knee somebody, knee-on-knee contact. You can't slash people in the face. You can't do all that stuff in the playoffs. That's against the rules. It's illegal. Okay, that doesn't make sense. There's not a time and place in the day when you're allowed to rob stores or hit cars and run away from it. It's illegal. There's no times for you to do that. There's no times for people to do dumb stuff on the ice either. You can seriously hurt somebody. Now, Nazem Kadri retaliated last night. He's going to get suspended. Does he deserve the suspension? Hell yes. Should the referees gotten stuff under, you know, their control earlier in the game, maybe that would have changed that play, possibly. But you just can't do that, especially with the team of that Boston is. And Dangle hit it right on the head. If the referees are letting stuff like that go, Boston knows how far they can go, and sometimes they step over the line and they get away with it. And people like Marchand, who I think is a fantastic hockey player, sometimes maybe throws his elbow up a little too much, licks people, which apparently for some reason doesn't get fined and suspended for all the time, because that's definitely not sanitary and definitely not something that I would want another grown man doing to my face. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't think anybody, male or female, wants some dude walking up to them and licking them in the face. I mean, Boston gets away with quite a lot of things. Kadri's gotten away with some stuff in his career as well. And of course, it had to be Nazem Kadri that was in all of that stuff last night. And I'm trying to stay on track here, but it's just so tough with how much I have to say, because Kadri didn't have to do what he did last night, but there's a side of me that says, hey, you know what? Maybe he should have hit him, but not like that. And not from behind nothing, like a nice little shot. Maybe he doesn't even fall over and say, see you in game 3. That's what I would have liked. And the referees maybe to get fined or fired, because that's basically what should happen at this point. And I think Dangle said it right as well. Like, they should be absolutely embarrassed the way that game was officiated. It didn't make any sense to me that you're allowed to do all that stuff. Also, getting over to DeBrusk a little bit here, and like I said, Kadri's getting suspended, and he deserves it. At the time, I'll even quickly check Twitter right now. I haven't seen a suspension. There's an in-person hearing happening, so it's for tomorrow. So at the time of recording this, there's no suspension, but it's probably going to be tomorrow, and that's when Game 3 is, which is Monday. Getting over to DeBrusk. DeBrusk got away with murder. He really did. Again, a fantastic hockey player who I think is very talented and key to the Bruins, but he got away with quite a lot last night. That knee was a penalty, maybe even a small fine. I think that's a missed opportunity for them to give him some discipline. The other play was when he hit Patrick Marleau into the curved glass. Now, I think a lot of people were mistaken saying that was a clean hit. I, for one, don't think that was clean. When you drive somebody into the panel like that, like you could still clip yourself on the bench. Which, again, like I don't think it was dirty, but I don't think that it was necessary, I guess. Like, maybe you just bump him a little bit, or you wait till he's actually at the proper part of the boards and hit him there. And I see a lot of people saying, Zdeno Chara, defending his teammates and all this stuff like that. Guys, there's a reason why Zdeno Chara, or there's a reason why there's that curved glass. It's because Zdeno Chara almost ended a career and a life when he hit Max Pacioretty into the stanchion. The curved glass is because of Zdeno Chara. Like, this guy is a dirty hockey player, okay? He's made a lot of really dumb decisions. I've lost respect for Chara a while ago. But the thing is I'm not going to sit here and act like I have all the respect in the world for these players like Wilson and all this stuff like that. Like, they do dirty plays, and the same thing with Kadri. Every time he does something stupid like that, it hurts to say, but I lose a little bit of respect, because I don't understand why that's a necessary play. So, DeBrusk, the knee-on-knee, he threw a couple late hits, Marleau into the glass, and then he ate a cross-check from Kadri right in the face. Shouldn't have happened. Both of those guys shouldn't have done anything stupid like that last night. And I think that the NHL needs to look at this game and go, hey, listen, our referees need to go after that one. That was awful. Like, that doesn't make any sense that it needs to get to that point. And as a fan of hockey, not just a fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs, when the playoffs come, I get super excited, and then something like this happens, and now it's like the game is ruined, and the rest of the series is kind of like revolved around that play. So now I'm almost not looking forward to the rest of these games, because there's all this crap behind it. That doesn't add to a rivalry. That adds to somebody getting hurt. Like, somebody is going to get hurt because Brad Marchand's going to step over the line, or somebody else is going to step over the line. Somebody's going to get hurt, It's going to go back and forth. And now it's not about hockey. It's about physical play 24/7, and it's not the good physical play. Somebody's going to get injured because of this. I don't want anybody from Boston to get hurt. I don't want anybody from Toronto to get hurt. I want to watch a series where these two amazing teams battle it out for a chance to go on to the next round. The series is 1-1. Also, another thing I want to bring up, Dangle brought it up, but it was something I already wanted to talk about. There's a lot of people already going on DeBrusk's page, but DeBrusk, and you know, we're not going to act like DeBrusk is a victim here. He's not. He's not at all. DeBrusk is not a victim. Neither is Kadri. They both did stupid things, and they both, you know, deserve discipline. But DeBrusk isn't going to get suspended, and he shouldn't. Honestly, he should get fined, but I don't think he should get suspended. Because I don't think people understand that knee-on-knee is more dangerous than you think. You could blow somebody's career away with a knee-on-knee hit like that. So don't sit here and act like that's okay, because you're an idiot if you think that's okay. And if you think what Kadri did was fine, you're an idiot. What was it? Oh, I'm going to lose my train of thought here. But anyways, this is what I was going to get at. People going on social media and smack-talking certain players. Don't go out there and call Kadri a terrorist, because we've seen that. Stay classy to the people that say that stuff, because you're a racist and you're an awful person. If you are saying that stuff, I'm looking at you. You are an awful person. I want you to sit with that. You are a disgusting, awful human being. You are awful. Look yourself in the mirror. You are an awful person for saying stuff like that. Same thing with DeBrusk. If you're wishing an injury on him, if you're wishing bad things on him, you're awful. Please do not call yourself a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, and get the hell out of the fan base if you say stuff like that. Move on, go watch another sport, and go talk crap about somebody else. I said some things on Twitter last night, not directed at any player. I said some dumb things, boom, deleted them instantly. You want to know why? Because it's a stupid thing, and I'm an idiot for tweeting stuff like that. Nothing vulgar against somebody, but I was like, okay, I got to get that stuff off Twitter. It's not me. That's not how I think. I'm a caring, good person that doesn't want to see people get hurt. When I seen DeBrusk get hit in the face, and when I seen Kadri get hurt, I said, those are humans, not hockey players. They're hurt. I don't like that. That's not a cool thing to watch. That's not playoff hockey. It's not. Don't wish death on the referees or anything stupid like that, because people are really that dumb. Maybe just wish that they get fined, or maybe even fired for dumb stuff like that, because they almost were sitting back and watching like it was cool. And it's not. Also, if you have a problem with stuff I say on Twitter, and you know who you are, anybody, unfollow me. There's a button for that. If you don't like what I'm saying in this video, there's a button for that too. Gladly, I'd love to see you leave if you don't like what I say. I'm trying to be unbiased here. I'm trying to be neutral. And, you know, let's actually give credit to the people that are neutral, and talk about things evenly, because, you know, both players did some bad stuff last night. Kadri was worse, but collectively, I think Kadri got a rough end of it as well, because he got hit a couple times, and he got, you know, punched in the face a couple times. Dermott was bleeding. Muzzin was bleeding. There were some awful things happening. Marleau got hit from behind, basically, into the curved glass. There was some rough stuff happening that didn't need to happen. And if you're just saying it was only Kadri and only the Leafs or whatever, then you're a biased person, because it happened both ways. And don't sit here and act like DeBrusk is a hero, because he's not. Don't sit here and act like Kadri's a hero, because he's not. They both did some dumb stuff. And let's move on and let's watch some hockey. This series is going to be ruined if this stuff keeps going. And I can't stand that I wait all year for playoffs and this crap happens, because it's disgusting. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you didn't, unsubscribe. Peace.